So in our last video, we have discussed about how to represent an irrational number on a number line. So today we will continue with that part, but with some different type of questions. So again, our today's part is representation of irrational numbers. Irrational numbers on a number line. Okay, before starting with this part, I would like to discuss one very small aspect of rational and irrational number. Okay, rational number plus rational number is equal to what? Rational number plus rational number is equal to what? Is equal to rational number. Irrational number plus rational number is equal to irrational plus rational will be equal to irrational number. Last, irrational plus irrational is equal to what? This you need to discover. What will be the answer for this particular question? Irrational number plus irrational number is equal to what? That means the result will be what? Either rational or irrational. So what type of answer will it be? You have to find it out. Okay? This I leave it up to you. You will try to discover. Okay. So today we will try to represent irrational number on a number line, but there will be a minute change in the type of question. In our previous class or in my previous lecture, what I have discussed how to represent irrational number on a number line. That means how to represent root 2 on a number line, root 3 on a number line, root 5 on a number line. And I have also given a home task to find out root 5, root 6 and root 7 on a number line. So out of root 5, root 6 and root 7, I would like to discuss how to find out root 6 on a number line first. Okay, root 6 on a number line. At first draw a number line. This is positive. Yes, so I will put it in the right side of your zero integer. Yes or no? Now, very easily I can draw root 2. Here 1 unit, here 1 unit, join, it will be equal to root 2. Now, I will try to find out root 3. Place the protector, take it 90 degree. This is almost 90 degree. Again 1 unit. So this will be root 2 and 1. This will be root 3. Again from here, place the protector. It should be 90 degree. My one is not exactly 90 degree, but when you will be using your protector, you will be getting it exactly 90 degree. So always while drawing, while representing irrational numbers on a number line, you have to be careful enough with the type of lines you are drawing and the angles you are using while drawing while representing it on a number line. So root 3. Root 3, if I take here one more unit, I will be getting here what? Root 4. That means if I represent it, if I draw an arc from here, it will pass through 2. Okay. Now again 90 degree. 1 unit, root 5. Again 90 degree, 1 unit, this is 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, this is root 6. So if you want to name it, say for example A and B, so AB is the measurement which is equal to root 6. AB is the measurement which is equal to root 6. So if I place the compass here and pencil here and draw an arc, wherever it will meet on the number line will be equal to root over 6. Is that clear? Okay, so we'll go with the next part. Now the questions will be little bit complex. It looks as if the questions are complex, but in reality these are not complex questions. Okay, so this method you have applied here, isn't it? This method you have applied here to represent an irrational number on a number line. This particular method is called spiral method. I hope my handwriting is visible enough. Okay, this method is known as spiral method. So if you want to note it down, this particular question I am giving you 2 minutes, you can do it. So these were the questions which were very simple by nature. Now let us take one more example. Root 2 plus 1. Now can you tell me whether it is rational or irrational? That means if I add root 2 plus 1, the result whatever we will get will be in rational form or irrational form. Yes, it will be irrational. Why? Root 2 is irrational, 1 is rational, and rational plus irrational is equal to irrational. Is that clear? So we will try to represent this sort of number on a number line. Root 2 plus 1 on a number line. Representation of root 2 plus 1 on a number line. So at first we will draw a number line. Okay, whatever the answer will be, it will be in the form of positive. Yes, it will be a positive number. That means while drawing, I will be drawing it on the right hand side of the 0. Okay. Okay. So at first I will try to draw root 2. Same process. This is 1 unit. That means the units should be of equal measurement. Okay, and from here to here I have taken, whether if it is 2 centimeter even, I have taken it to be 1 unit. Okay, so 1 unit you have to take. So this particular portion, say for example I have taken it to be 1 centimeter gap, okay, or 1 inches gap, then this will be equal to how much? 1 unit. 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Here 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Okay, here also 1 unit. Join it. My drawing is not appropriate. 90 degree. This is root 2. Okay, this particular portion is root 2. Now with the help of compass, can you represent it on the number line? That means this particular portion from here to here, it is root over 2 on the number line. Okay, now plus 1. Plus 1 here means plus, you have to add 1 with root over 2. You have to add 1 with root over 2. So with the help of compass and pencil, you have to take measurement 1 unit. I can show it here, but if I show the diagram here, it will become more clumsy. So I am going to show it here. Okay, so the compass measurement should be such. This is 4, this is 3. That means 3 to 4 it is equal to 1 unit. Yes or no? 3 to 4 is equal to 1 unit. 3 to 4 is equal to 1 unit. That means here you can take the same measurement here also. There is no such problem. But since I am showing you with the help of a diagram, so if I draw it here, it will become more clumsy for you to understand. That's why I have taken it to be here. Okay. Then after taking 1 unit in your compass, what you will do? You will place it over here. This particular portion. I am using this sort of markings. You will not use this kind of markings. It is just for the convenience for you to understand. I am using this sort of markings. You don't use. Okay. So this particular portion I will place the compass here and cut it with the draw an arc with the help of the measurement that I have taken here. Okay. You place the compass here. So here you will draw the arc. So from here to here it is equal to 1. From here to here it is root 2. From here to here it is 1. That means root 2 plus 1. This much is equal to root 2 plus 1. Is that clear till this much? Root 2 and this particular portion is 1. From here to here it is 1. That means it is equal to root 2 plus 1. That means from 0 till this particular point it is root 2 plus 1. Now, for the convenience of the teacher, that means while you appear a paper, you appear it for the teacher to correct. So how the teacher will understand that you have understood the concept very clearly? Answer paper presentation is also a very crucial part of your education. That means whenever you answer a paper, there is an art of writing. So you have to pay attention to that and you have to try to increase the quality of writing or appearing a question paper. So this particular part I am showing it you in a different way. This particular part you have written. Okay. From here to here I have taken it to be A, B and this particular portion C. So here I can write AB plus BC is equal to how much? AC. That means AC is equal to AB plus BC. That means AB is equal to how much? AB is equal to root 2. We have got, yes or no? We have got AB is equal to root 2 and BC is equal to 1. That means AC is equal to root 2 plus 1. Is that clear? Note it down. Now next we will try with another example. Before going to the next particular question, let us see one more thing. 3 root 2 and cube root 2. Is there any difference between these two particular number? Is there? Both looks the same, but they are not same. 3 root 2 means 3 times root 2. That means 3 into root 2. Okay? And cube root 2 means 2 to the power 1 by 3. This is the difference which you should remember to understand the question. Okay. So while writing you have to be very precise that whether you are writing cube root of 4 or you are writing 3 times root 2. This creates a big difference between them. Okay? If it is 2 root 2, it is 2 times root 2. So very easily you can show it on a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how you can represent root 2 on a number line? Very easy. So far so many questions we have done related to this root 2. Acha, this one is 1 unit, so this will be is equal to root over 2. So place the compass, draw an arc. This is root 2. Yes, 2 times root 2. 2 times root 2. The word itself says, the statement itself says what to do. 2 times root 2, 1 time root 2. Okay, then again place the compass here and draw one more arc. So you will place the compass here, take the measurement root 2, then again place it here, draw the arc. That means while writing, how you will write? A, B, C. AC is equal to AB plus BC. AB is equal to root 2. Yes. BC is equal to root 2. And root 2 plus root 2 is equal to 2 root 2. Now let us try to solve another example. Root 10 on a number line. Root 10 on a number line. Okay. So how can we do? You might be thinking that at first we will do root 2, then root 3, then root 4. Is yes or no? You might be thinking such, but we can also go in a different manner to reach our goal. What is our goal? Our goal is to represent root 10 on a number line. Do you remember the Pythagoras theorem? Yes, you remember. What does it say? That if I mark the sides to be A, B and C, then C square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to, my data I am using small letter and capital letter, both are different. Okay, both are different. C square is equal to A square plus B square. C square is equal to A square plus B square provided if angle B is equal to 90 degree, that means 90 degree at B, then C will be the hypotenuse, so C square will be equal to A square plus B square. Okay, fine. Now, what is the value of 3 square? 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. So total it is 3. What is the value of 3 square? This is 3 unit. Yes or no? 3 unit. 3 square is equal to how much? 3 square is equal to 9. Here I will take 90 degree angle, and from here to here it is 1 unit. Almost correct. Okay, from here to here it is 1 unit. 1 unit. That means 3 square plus 1 square is equal to how much? 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. That means this particular point, if we join both the points, this particular line will be the, how much will be the value? It will be root over 10, is it? Say for example this particular measurement is C, this one is A, this one is B. C square is equal to A square plus B square. C square is equal to 3 square plus 1 square. C square is equal to 9 plus 1 C square is equal to 10. C is equal to root over 10. That means from here to here it is root over 10. Similarly, now you will place the compass here and draw an arc. So this particular measurement from here to here, the measurement will be root over 10. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear till this much? Now you have to try certain questions at home. 2 root 2 plus 1, number 1 question. 2 root 2 plus 1. These questions are not at all difficult. You have to just develop reasoning ability, how to understand. Root over 10 plus 2. Then root over 5 plus 1. Simple questions I am giving. Then 3 root 3 plus 2 and root 2 plus root 3. This particular question think and try to do. Okay. Note it down. Okay, I have not started with the book directly. So which book to follow? Most importantly, you have been prescribed, all the CBSE and state board students, CBSE strictly follows NCERT. So what is NCERT? That textbook is the core book which you have to follow each and every line very clearly, and you have to understand the book very nicely. That is the crucial part of learning. You have to see the NCERT book first, complete it, then you should go to any other prescribed books. For the time being, I am just trying to give you the introduction, and I am just trying to deliver a lecture on the various topic which is related to your chapter 1 of your NCERT book, that is number system. Okay, after I complete my whole explanation, we will be doing the exercise of this book. Now, in our very previous class, that is my first lecture, I have said that we can represent non-terminating repeating decimal into p by q form. Why? Because they are rational number. I have said that thing, yes or no? So, in our next class, we will be discussing about how to represent a non-terminating repeating decimal into its p by q form. That means we will try to represent this sort of numbers. 3.333 ... or 2.26 bar. Okay, this sort of number we will try to represent in the form of p by q. Okay, with this I would like to conclude my today's video. Namaste. Hello everyone. From today I have included one more segment in my video, that is fun fact. So today's fun fact. क्या आपको पता है कि खराब हैंडराइटिंग वाले लोग अच्छे हैंडराइटिंग वाले लोगों से ज़्यादा बुद्धिमान होते हैं? ये दोनों ही हैंडराइटिंग मेरे हैं। एक तो ये जो मैं नॉर्मली लिखता नहीं हूँ, और एक है ये जो मैं नॉर्मली लिखता हूँ। तो मैं कौन सा कैटेगरी में फिट होता हूँ और आप कौन सा कैटेगरी में फिट होते हैं? With this, I would like to wrap my today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, give it a like, subscribe my channel and refer it to the needy one. Thank you.